back to Yoga for Wellness. My name is George, and I'm here with Bentley, and I have an awesome alignment practice for you this week. It's different from last week where it was an alignment flow. This is more of an Iyengar focus, which is we're doing these poses, but holding them for about 1 to 2 minutes so we can take the time to kind of focus in on our alignment, on our breath, and kind of creating and cultivating that unity there, which is what we call yoga. What I recommend for today's practice is, of course, your mat and 1 or 2 blocks. There's going to be some folding poses when we're standing, and these blocks here are what you will need to bring the ground up to you, especially when you're folding. And if it's too close to the ground and you're kind of hunching over and not quite at this point yet, it is very helpful to have the block so you can open up the chest and breathe deeply. So go ahead and grab this. If you don't have a block, maybe grab a book. And if that's not available to you, find or practice around a surface where you can place your hand on to kind of elevate the floor up to where you are. The beautiful thing about yoga is we have tools to help enhance the practice. And of course, have a place where you can move around comfortably and dress comfortably as well. This is brought to you in partnership with Wilkes Recovery Revolution with Yoga with George Even. If you would check out our pages, we would love to hear from you and see your ideas. And with that being said, let's get started. So go ahead and grab your things if you haven't already. Set on some mood music if you like. And I don't put music in my videos just because everyone has different tastes. But we are going to go ahead and begin here in a standing position, Tadasana, or mountain pose. Feet hip-width apart, knees lightly bent. We want to begin our alignment right away, just focusing in our minds from our crown all the way down the curvature of the spine, down to our hips, all the way down to our heels. Now, when we breathe, just focus in on an expansion of the ribs as you inhale. So we breathe together now. Inhale in and let it go. Relax your shoulders. Stand here. Imagine your hips, the front of your hips kind of shining up. A good way to help place that is to put 2 fists in front of your hip points, kind of shining 2 headlights up into the sky. Relax your hands, palms facing forward, your heart and sternum lifts. Breathe in and out. Allow your your chin to be parallel with the floor here. Gaze forward gently, or even have your eyes closed. Just starting in stillness for a few breaths, just bringing mindfulness to our practice. Inhale in, expansion, and exhale. Relax the shoulders. Take a few more deep breaths where you are, just to set an intention for your practice. My intention is to center alignment. So focusing in on how I align my body. Let's breathe in. And breathe out. Notice any holding or any clenching you have. See if you can soften. Continue your deep breaths and let go of the day so far, putting aside the to-do list for a little bit. Let's do 2 more breaths here, just to cultivate stillness, allowing things to kind of change pace. Inhale and exhale. Last one. Breathe in and out. Let it all go. Beautiful. Okay, so we are going to transition into triangle, but the way we do so is work your feet about a foot's distance outside from where the hips are. Tilt your right toes over to the right. Keep your left feet where it is. And bend your knee to start. We're going to tilt or turn our torso over to the right. Inhale, lift arms up, warrior one, right off the bat. Breathe in here. And exhale, relax the shoulders. Now, here's where we begin focusing on our alignment, making sure our head is over our heart, heart over pelvis. You can adjust the legs as needed. This is where we begin cultivating our focuses here. Now, we're just holding this one for about a minute, not very long at all. If you want to deepen your stretch, you can widen your stance. Focus your pinky toe pressing down, keeping your arms in line with your ears, pulling your thumbs back slightly. We're not going full on back bend, just hands straight up. Inhale. Exhale, fan your arms out, warrior two. It kind of is I find it a relief to do warrior two right after warrior one. Feels like everything just opens up. Remember, keep your head over your heart, heart over pelvis. Repeat that in your mind as we practice today. Any upright postures we do. Breathe and always return to the breath, especially when the mind begins to wander. All right. So from here, we're going to cartwheel down, maybe grab your block here if it's better for you. We're going to extended side angle. So you use the block tall, like so, or you could place your forearm on your thigh. And here's where alignment comes to play. We inhale, exhale, extend the arm beyond the crown of the head so you have one long line from your fingertips to your left toes. Keep bending at the knee, pulling that left thumb back, opening the heart. Here's where I say use the block, because if your hand's all the way on the mat and you're not there yet, it makes breathing a bit more constricted. So use your block. There's never shame in doing so. It's here to enhance your practice, to bring the ground up to you. Everyone's body proportions are different, so never feel shame for using the tools that we use in yoga. Don't let your head relax down. Just keep that mindfulness. Now lift your hand back up. Imagine an angel pulling your left wrist to lift back into warrior two and straighten that leg. I'm going to narrow my posture just a bit. And we're going to tilt back down into Trikonasana triangle. Keeping your left hand up towards the sky, opening the chest here. We're going to hold here for just a little while. Your torso is at a half lift distance here. So it's not all the way down here. You want to have it a half lift, which is why I place my hand on my shin bone here. Or you have the option to place it on the block, sideways, up tall, or even put your hand on the right side of your leg for a little extra. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Feel a little stretch in that left hip here. Look up, bring your gaze upward. You might feel it in your left shoulders now, feeling a little warm. Let's do about 3 more breaths. Deep inhale in, exhale out. Inhale and exhale. The beautiful thing about alignment, last inhale and exhale, pull up back into warrior two. Straighten the leg, bring both feet forward, and then turn your left foot out. And then we're going to transition by bending the left knee and lifting our arms up into warrior one. But what I was saying is the beautiful thing about alignment practice is it also does cultivate strength. And by doing that, we are building stabilized joints that help support us by maintaining these postures. which will also help you maintain a good alignment in day-to-day life off the mat. And the breath work helps you kind of lean into the present moment, helps you kind of be present and be mindful of where you are and try to avoid triggering that fight or flight response. Doing great. We're going to hold this for 3, 2, 1. Arms out wide. Warrior 2. Opposite side. Head over heart, heart over pelvis. Adjust the wideness as needed. Pull the pinkies back. And the beautiful thing I like about this practice is I can give you a bit more of a checklist of things to focus on while you practice these instead of just cueing pose by pose by pose. Let's do 2 more deep breaths here. Pressing into that pinky toe, maybe dipping a little deeper into the posture. Gaze beyond the index finger. Awesome. Cartwheel forward into extended side angle, opening up the chest, breathing deep. I'm having my forearm rest on my thigh. Again, option to use your block. I'm going to carry it over here just for safety reasons, or just to have that mental support, knowing that it's there. It's my emotional support block. Continue breathing, keeping your gaze upward. Inhale, exhale, extend the arm beyond the crown of the head. Nice long line from fingertips to right toe, excuse me. Remember to breathe deep. Don't let your head dip, and utilize the tools. Pulling back the right thumbs. You got this, keeping your heart open. On your next inhale, go back up into warrior 2. Straighten that front leg, adjust the feet as needed. And we're going to go back down into Trikonasana. Keeping our heart open. I'm using my shin as support here. Balancing this out. You may notice this side feels differently than the others. That's totally normal. You might notice this feels better in some places. For this one, for some reason, it feels more like it's opening my chest. It also stretches the hamstrings as well. Should be really good stress relief. We're going to go for 3 more breaths. Inhale in, find expansion. Exhale, find ease. Find places where you can soften. Inhale. Exhale, soften. And on your next inhale, we'll use it to lift you back up. Warrior 2, straighten the leg, and then both feet facing forward. And heel toe your feet, fancy yoga term. Back together, hands to heart. Breathe in and exhale, side out. Close your eyes and take a moment to notice how you feel. You're feeling warmed up in those shoulders, that's for sure. That's what I feel. Awesome. So from here, we're going to bring ourselves back to wide-legged. Use your blocks if you need. We're going to go into wide-legged forward fold. So place your hands on your hips. Inhale, heart and lifts. And then exhale, hinge at the hips here to dive forward. Slow, slow, slow. This is not a race here. We're taking our time in this practice today. just folding. You can use your blocks if your hands don't quite meet the mat here. Allow your chin to fall towards your chest, kind of creating length in the shoulders and the spine near the shoulders here. Breathe deep. I'm going to go for 2 more breaths here. Awesome. From here, we're going to inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend the knee slightly. And inhale, lift all the way up. Standing. Heel toe your feet together, and we're going to turn towards our right. And we're going to meet in down dog. So bring your hands to the mat. You can start from all fours if you choose. Claw in the fingertips, wrist underneath the shoulders, curl the toes under, and then lift up the tailbone. Peel it up towards the sky, downward facing dog. Imagine one long line from the crown of your head to your tailbone here, from your heels as well to the tailbone. If your heels don't quite make it to the mat, that's fine. Maybe you take an opportunity to pedal out the feet, getting a good stretch in the fascia of the heels here, or the bottom of the feet. Take 3 deep breaths here. Really finding your alignment, just cultivating stillness for a moment. All right. Slowly, slowly, slowly walk your feet all the way up to the top of the mat, and we meet in forward fold. Keep your knees bent generously, allowing your torso to fully and completely relax over the thighs. Breathe into the back body here, creating space. Remember expansion with the inhale, softness with the exhale. Inhale, halfway lift, sliding the hands up the thighs or shins. And then exhale, forward fold, plant the palms, bring back one foot and another. And we're going to do some hero practice. Now, if this is too intense to sit in hero pose, grab your block, separate the feet slightly, and use your block to support you here, or 2 blocks if necessary. To kind of take the pressure away from the tops of the feet, the blocks are an awesome tool that you can use. We're just going to hold this pose for just a bit, keeping our mind on our alignment, head over heart, heart over pelvis. You can have your hands rest in whichever mudra or relaxation position that works best for you. I'm just having one hand placed over top of another with the thumbs touching. The heart lifts. Breathe. Relax the shoulders. Keep the chest lifted. The interesting thing I found about this practice is you start in a more active variation, like at the very beginning, instead of doing a warm-up. And the rest of it is just holding stretches for a given amount of time. And I think that is a good change of pace. It kind of keeps your mind active. Awesome. Take 2 or 3 more deep breaths here, and then we're going to go for a half hero. So just stay tuned. Take 1 or 2 more breaths. This will give us some good leg stretching here. Okay. All right, so lift up onto all fours and then extend your right leg to start and bring yourself back onto your heel or block, what have you. You can use your hands for support here. Get situated. I'm going to have my hands at my heart center. This might be a little more intense than the first one. Breathe deep. Keep your heart lifted. Remember, use your breath if your mind begins to wander. We're not holding this for too long. We're just going to do this one about 30 seconds each, okay? So you got this. Tell yourself, I am strong. I am durable. I can do this. All right. Use your hands to press up onto that left knee. Swap the legs. Thumbs to sternum. Sternum lifts up to the thumbs. Head over heart, heart over pelvis. Breathe here. You may notice one side feels different than the other. Acknowledge this. See if you can't lean into the sensations that you're cultivating today. Let's do 2 more breaths here. You're doing wonderfully. Nice, smooth, deep breaths. Use your exhale to find areas where you can let go and soften. And release. Remove the block from under you and find a seat with your legs out in front of you. We're going into staff pose. Keeping your toes active, reaching towards your forehead here. You want to press into your palms to lift the heart space, squeeze the shoulders together, and breathe in this position. Think nice and tall, like a lion is pulling your crown up towards the sky, while also pressing firmly in the sitting bones, cultivating groundedness. Head over your heart, heart over pelvis. Maybe you could lift your palms up and be on your fingertips. Whichever you are in your practice. Do 3 more breaths here. You're doing great. Remember, keep your heart open and lifted. Breathe into areas of tightness. And soften as you exhale. Inhale in, deep breath, find length. Exhale, release your palms, keeping your toes and feet where they are. We're going to inhale, lift the palms up towards the sky, reach, reach, reach. And exhale, creasing at the hips, we're going to fold into a staff fold. Keeping your heart remaining lifted as long as you can and hold there before we collapse into our cascade our bellies over our thighs. Keep your heart lifted, keeping your thumbs lifted, pulling up. On your last exhale, breathe in. And on this exhale, allow your heart to round forward, your shoulders to round. And you allow your hands to fall gently either at your shins, thighs, or even to your feet or at the sides of your legs. Your chin relaxes towards your chest, and breathe into the back body, cultivating space. Using your breath to delve deeper into this posture. On your next inhale, use your hands to walk yourself back up. We're going to cross our right leg over our left knee. And then we're going to inhale, lift our left hand up high, think nice and tall. Then exhale, you have two options. You can either place your left elbow outside to hook around the outside of your knee, or you can wrap your elbow around your knee and bring yourself into a twist to the right. Inhale, cultivate lengthening in the spine, lifting up from the crown. Exhale, draw the navel in and gently twist to the right. Bring your gaze past your right shoulder. Inhale, lift and lengthen, being mindful of the spine. This is a gentle twist. Last one, inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, twist. Unravel and lengthen the left leg out long, and then cross lengthen your right leg out long, cross your left foot over the right knee. And option A, we're going to inhale, lift the right hand. Option A, to hook the elbow to the outer edge of the left knee, or wrap your arm around it. You'll notice a different sensation with whichever you choose. So take a moment just to notice that if you want to experiment today. It's a different sensation. You feel different stretch. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, draw the navel in. Keep your crown nice and tall. And unravel. Awesome. We're going to cross our legs in a nice cross-legged seat. And we're going to do 2 rotations each side of seated revolved cat and cow. So let's just start as if we're going into cow pose. Hands on our knees, elbows bend, heart forward. And then as we exhale, we imagine our heart space making a circle to the right and back. And as we exhale, we draw our navel in, straighten the arms. Inhale, scoop the heart, reaching forward. And then exhale, revolving it back. Inhale, forward. We're going super slow. And then after 2 rotations, we're going to switch the rotation, going counterclockwise. So take your time. Stirring the pot. And as you exhale after the last rotation, bring your head over your heart over your pelvis, and allow your palms to rest at your knees. Lifting the sternum. Maybe take a second to close your eyes. Notice the flow of energy. If you feel any blockages or any areas of tension, this is your chance to kind of let things go. Awesome. From here, and you can use your blocks if you need to, I'm going to bring my feet together, knees stay wide. We go into butterfly pose. So our knees reach towards the mat here, and you can put the block in several different places. You can place it under your hips. You can place your block underneath your feet here to deepen the stretch. You want your feet to be as close as they can to your hips, while also maintaining an upright position. So grab hold of your ankles here and kind of lean back to keep your heart lifted. Reaching the knees down, getting a stretch in the groin area and the hips. Maybe you take this opportunity to give your feet a little massage because you deserve it. Especially if you work on your feet. I know they feel it. Your feet carry you, so give them some love. There's my aggressive advice for the day. Give your feet some love. Because you deserve it. Take 2 or 3 more breaths here. Let go of anything that is not serving you in the present moment. Allowing you to be fully present. And then on your next exhale, we're going to turn to the wide side of our mat. Get your blocks if you don't have them nearby already. And we're going into a wide-legged fold. So the best way I know to suggest wide-legged fold is you could have your block underneath your hips for support if you choose, or you simply do it normally without a block under you and you allow yourself to fall onto your block. But like we did with the staff fold, we're going to begin by inhaling, reaching up, thinking nice and tall in the spine, and then exhale, keep bending forward, but keeping your arms out long. Your heart lifts, keeping your toes active, reaching towards your forehead or toward your torso. We're just folding at the hips. It's okay if your knees bend a little bit. Want to protect the knees here. And breathe, breathe, breathe. And exhale, you can allow your torso to curve over. Allow your hands to fall forward, nice and gently. Breathe in and out. Maybe you fold all the way to where your forearms are on the mat, but we're going to hold this a little longer here so we can notice the unfolding that we cultivate when we use our breath over time. So just notice how if you can deepen your stretch as we hold this posture by utilizing your breath. Nice slow inhale in, smooth exhale out. Remember, breathing into those areas of tightness. For me, it's my hips, so breathing in there. And exhale, find ease. Maybe breathing into your low back. Maybe it's breathing into your hamstrings, which sounds silly, but it's a thing. If you can't reach your forehead to your block, that's okay. Just wherever you are. Your arms may still be completely straight and you're just right here, and that's cool too. Everyone's in their own place in their journey. Breathe deep here. Remember, keep your toes active as to protect the knee. I'm going to go for 3 more breaths. You're doing great. Have you deepened your pose? If not, don't feel discouraged. Just know that deepening these poses sometimes require more times for certain bodies than others. There's no need to be discouraged of it, though. Every time you allow yourself time with yourself on the mat and time utilizing your breath, it's such valuable, magnificent time. So cherish it, regardless of what it looks like. All right, use your hands to walk yourself back up. We're going to bring ourselves back into our hero pose from before. So use your hands to bring your legs up. This is going to kind of counter this wide-legged pose. Now, this is very similar to a child's pose. This is essentially a child's pose. Toes are touching, your heels down on your hips. We're going to inhale, think nice and tall. Exhale, walk your fingers forward, keeping your hips reaching down toward your heels. So we begin to continue our arms folding all the way forward. And breathe here. Just keeping a note of your crown to tailbone connection, kind of creating a shell to protect your legs. Maybe you can do a true child's pose by swimming your arms back around your body, allowing your torso to dome over the legs. Breathe here. Nice deep breath. Breathe into the shoulders, any tightness in the back body, stretching the fascia of the back. Creating future breathing room, so to speak. Let's play with this breath here. We're going to inhale, hold for a second, and find a place to let go in the body that you might be finding yourself holding. And then smooth exhale out. And then let go of something else. And repeat. Inhale. Let go. And then exhale. Let go. It may be subtle, but it's true relaxation there, true softening. Continue at your own pace, using your inhale to let something go, and then your exhale to let something else go. Noticing the ground supporting you here. Noticing the areas of the body that meet the ground. Two more breaths. Last one. Inhale, make it count. And exhale. Now maybe find a gentle sway of the forehead, side to side. Use your hands to come to your head, to the sides of your head, and lift back up. we're going to swing our legs around, cross our legs. We're going into another fold, but from cross-legged seat this time. Maybe grab your block. You're probably wondering how this deals with alignment. Well, two things. First thing is we are cultivating our foundation, which any good alignment posture needs a strong foundation, building relationship with the floor and building from the ground up. Second thing, it's building breathing space, which you need to build, well, more oxygen, brings in more oxygen, and also makes sitting up straight more comfortable for people who are not used to doing so. So you might notice just by sitting up straight now compared to where we first were, you might have a bit more availability in that posture. Using the breath is a very powerful tool. 10 out of 10 recommend. All right, so just like with the child's pose, we're going to inhale, think nice and tall. Exhale, walk your hands forward, keeping your heart open to start. Keeping your hips grounded down. The main thing is you want to keep your sitting bones glued down. If they begin to lift, it's okay to walk back into it and then breathe into your fold. Take your time here. There's no rush. We have plenty of time. Allow your chin to relax towards your chest. Now we're going to do something a little different here. Keeping your hips grounded, we're going to inhale, look up. Walk your hands to spill off to the left side of your mat. And exhale, fold. Breathe here. Last breath, inhale and exhale. Inhale, lift your head up, look forward, and walk to the right this time. And then as you exhale, we're going to fold forward once again. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Breathe into your left hip flexor. Inhale, look forward, bring yourself back to center and walk yourself all the way back up. Awesome. So from here, I'm going to turn to the long edge of my mat, bringing in my right heel, extending my left leg out long. I'm going to inhale, think nice and tall, and you can use your block here if you want, but I'm going to do a side twist to reach over to my left foot. So inhale, reach up. Exhale, cascade forward, nice and easy. Breathe here. Your hands may lay in any which way. Keep your toes actively reaching towards your forehead. Your head may make it to the knee, or it may just need to make it towards the block here. We're creating space in our lower back bodies. You may notice the restorative nature of these poses here. Even though we're getting a deep stretch, holding them for longer kind of brings on a restorative action, helping you find ease instead of going from A to B to C. Take this opportunity to look inward in whichever way that means to you. It could be looking into
your thought process. It could be looking into how you breathe. It could be looking into the actions happening inside your body. Look inward in the way that whatever it means to you.
All right, inhale, use your hands to walk yourself back up and stay where you are with the legs. We're going to inhale, reach up, exhale, right hand behind you, left hand comes to right knee, twisting to the right. Keep your heart lifted, crown of the head lifts. Inhale, exhale, draw the navel into the spine, draw your gaze past your right shoulder. Just a few more breaths here. Last one. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, relax back to the center. We're going to fold in our left leg and extend out our right for a forward fold on our right leg this time. So inhale, tilt your torso, or not tilt yourself, rotate your torso. Best way to do so is to use your thumb to sternum and bring it towards facing your right foot. Inhale, reach up, think nice and tall, pull the thumbs back. Exhale, fold forward. Again, you can utilize your block to place your forehead on. Breathe deep here. And eventually your chin may fall towards your chest, keeping mindful of the toes. Usually these classes can take just about 30 minutes long, but we get the beauty of extending out to an hour each Saturday so we can have a little more time to play around with poses for a bit longer. Better familiarizing ourselves, slow down the pace sometimes. Go for 3 more breaths. You got this. On your next in breath, walk your hands back to lift your torso up. Breathe in, lift the arms back up towards the sky, and as you exhale, bring your right palm to left knee, left palm behind you, or in my case, towards Bentley. And find your twist. Remember, in breath to lift and lengthen in the spine. Exhale, draw your navel in and bring your gaze past your left shoulder. All right, walk yourself back to center. All right. From here, we're going to go into our cross-legged seat, do one more set of twists, and then we're going to we're going to lay down. So inhale, reach up. Exhale, left hand to right knee, right palm behind you, keeping our twist action going, keeping our spine nice and tall. Creating space in tight areas with our in-breath. Creating softness with our exhales. And switch. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, let your hands fall to the left. Awesome. All right. So take your time, find yourself on your mat, taking hold of your thighs and rolling back. Nice and easy here. All right. So from here, we're going to bring our feet and knees together and allow them to fall, the knees to fall out. We're going into supine butterfly. Now you can use your block to deepen the pose by putting the block underneath your feet if you choose. And if you want a bit more of an active experience here, bend the knees, and we're going to allow ourselves to take so much time to allow the knees to fall open. Just really, really take your time and notice what bubbles up. Maybe you place your hands on your pelvis here. Just really take your time. You might notice a little shakiness here. And then as you return to the original position, but this time take your time going up, and you might notice a bit more of a resistance here. And just notice how you feel. Breathe, 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 breathe. I'm feeling a little shakiness. Even though it's a simple movement, you will notice something of resistance there. Remember, take your time, your motions if you choose to move, or you can stay stationary in the supine butterfly. But our butterflies are very slowly flapping our wings here today. We're also cultivating strength in our pelvic floor. We're going to do one more fall to rise here on my side. You can stay stationary, of course, if you choose to. See if you can't even slow it even more. How slow can you go? Awesome. From here, grab your block. We're going to go into a supported bridge pose. So I'm going to get, well, I just need that one block. So you can do it in any which way. We're going to inhale, lift our hips up, and place your block right underneath your low back here. We're going to stay here for a few breaths here, just to cultivate stillness and feel support in this posture, while mentally focusing our tailbone reaching towards our knees here. Breathe deep. All right, to come down, you press into your heels to lift your hips, remove the block, and slowly, slowly, slowly bring yourself down, noticing each vertebrae as they meet the mat. And then draw one knee up into your chest, then the other, And sway gently from side to side, giving yourself a little massage in the back. Got one more twist for you guys. So from where you are, open your arms out wide and allow your knees to fall to the left, bringing your gaze then to the right. Maybe use your left hand to guide your right leg onward. All right, inhale, bring yourself back to center. And then exhale, bring your twist to the right, gaze to the left, beyond your left arm. Just feel really good in the low back. Inhale back to center. To do a little reset. Maybe you can make little circles with your knees. Rotate the ankles here one way and another. We're going to extend one leg out long and then the other. And then allow our hands to fall at our sides as we enter our last pose, Shavasana. Notice how you feel. Notice if there's any changes from how you feel now versus where we began. Allow yourself to feel completely and fully supported in this posture. Allow everything to grow heavy. Or maybe your eyelids get soft and heavy. Maybe they close or just simply soften your gaze. You can stay in this pose as long as you want. You can take as much time as you need to take in the nutrients of the practice and just enjoy this time for you. We conclude our class today on our backs, bringing our forehead to our third eye or the forehead. Thanking ourselves for showing up today, and thank you for the practice. We all say, Namaste. Thank you guys for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful week. I look forward to seeing you again next time. Check out our pages if you want to see more. I'll see you again soon. Y'all have a great one.